came to the play. And afterwards, I saw him briefly. And then like maybe 2 months later, I went over to the house to hang out. At this point, we were still talking. We was cool somewhat. Everything seemed to be going smooth. It was a smooth day. And then we all went to the grocery store, and my mom took my son and daughter into the grocery store. So it was just me and Rod in my car. And he just goes, "Hey, man, I want to talk to you about something." And I was like, "Well, what's up?" He goes, "When you did that play a couple months ago, man, we was sitting there, and, it was bothering me, man, because in the play, the black dude got with the white girl instead of the black girl, and I heard all these people in the audience going, 'Yeah, fuck that white bitch.' I almost said something, man." He goes, "'Cause I'm white, and I'm proud to be white. But I held my tongue, but I wanted to say something." And I looked at him, and I was like, "You've been holding on this for 2 months about some play that..."
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Green 80. Green 80.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Green 80. Green 80.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
It's taken to the 26. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wrong. 12. 4 down. Color. Hey, check my 50. Color. 50, check my 50. Hey, D-line.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Watch the pass. Check out. Line 40. 44. Mike, 44.
On 1st down, it's Locke. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tiny's on the Ringo. Even. 4 down. 11. Check. 11Z.
They run with Hines. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
There we go. Nice play, baby. To your right. 200. Check out. 270. 59. Watch twist. 11Z. 44's the mic. Check. 12. Hey, watch the lane.
Now Locke. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
380.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A handoff to Fournette. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Green 80.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Green 80. Green 80. Hey, spread right, smack.
On the ground, this is TJ Yeldon. Gets through and now an opening. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Green 80. Green 80.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Oh, he stays up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Coming to you.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Double dog, that's the way. 12. Wide, get wide.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wrong. Tempo. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
On second down, here's Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And this throw will be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Hey, boys, got four down. Green 80.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Green 80.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's a give to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun. 44's the mic. 44. Tempo. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hurry. Check motion.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Locke. He's going to take another shot here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a toss play. It's Hines. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The #2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
12.
Luck on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Luck. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A handoff, Fournette running left. Pretty move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 80. We got 4. Green is
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, it's Luck. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now this is intercepted.
Ain't no fucking way to wipe.
Off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All day, every day. Check 27. Eyes on 27. Green 80. Green 80.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Sunday.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Tight, guys, double tight. No. 3 down. Green 80. Green 80. Mike, 53. Green 80.
Now a play fake. Bortles. And his throw is going to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Check. Green 80. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Green check.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
Now it's Hines. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
I'm not giving him no goddamn deep pass. Fuck that.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just
I'll
how
give you
much
that
they
run.
trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3 down. 3 down. Check. Green 80. Check. 53 Mike. 372. 3 Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He finds an opening past the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Blue 90.
Here's Luck now on second down. Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's
Fuck them screens, man. It's bullshit.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect.
Fucking screens are bullshit, man.
Patterns. It's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, easy. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. 11, 11, 11. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 12, 12, 12. Nice, nice, sweetheart.
Now it's locked. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A very solid gain of 27.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Tight right, tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
4 down, 4 down. Back up. 9 in.
From the 50, it's locked. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to
No fucking way. He burning way past him.
Couldn't hold on.
Fuck, man.
We saw this a lot in the
This
first
game
half, and it
bullshit.
continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there. Color. Mike 50. Reggie.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. But not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run again with Hines. They find some open field here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead. A good sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Bullshit.
75 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Come on. That's what I'm saying, man. This is always with him. I knew that shit was going to happen. I knew that shit was going to happen. I'm still online. Man, this every time I play this dude, man. Shit.